everyone, welcome back. So we are looking at ratios. Now the ratios that we'll be looking at today are not only about changing them to their simplest form, writing a ratio to a simplest form, of which, if you remember well, we said that if, for example, you have 4 is to 8, you divide into both the ratios with a number that can divide into both the numbers without leaving a remainder, of which in this case will be 4. So you say divide by 4, and then you'll have 1 is to 2, because when you're dividing here, you are getting these numbers, these answers. So we are going to be looking at how to distribute equally, or maybe using any ratio that is given to you. Let's not waste any time. Let's proceed. Oh, before I forget, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also turn on your notification. Also share these videos with your friends, tell them to send it to their friends so that we can all learn. Now, let's say, for instance, you have there are 50 children in grade 2. In grade 2, there are 50 children. Now, you have the ratio of 3 is to 2. You have the ratio of 3 is to 2. As you can see here in front of us, you have the total number of the learners that are in grade 2, and you also have the ratio of which it is boys and girls. So your boys are 3 in terms of ratio, and your girls will be, in terms of ratio, will be 2. So you're supposed to count how many girls and how many boys are in class. So this is how you do it. Let's just erase this quickly and let us proceed. So you say this ratio, you take your ratio, you take 3, and you add 2, and then you get 5. So this is going to be the total of your ratio, which you will use to calculate how many boys and how many girls. So let's start with boys. So boys are a ratio of 3, remember? So you take your 50 and then you multiply by 3, because you want to find the number of boys, and then you divide by the total of the ratio, which is 5. So now when you say 5 times 3, you get 150, and 150 divided by 5, you get 30. So you know now that 30 is your answer. So you have 30 boys in your class. 30 boys in class. Now let's calculate the number of girls. When calculating the number of girls, you use the same method. You take your total number, which is 50, you multiply by 2, because 2 is the ratio of girls, and divide by the total of the ratio. So you say 50 times 2, you get 100, and then you say 100 divided by 5, you get 20. So you have 20. And you can also, well, once you have calculated, once you have counted one of the ratios, like for example, if you have counted, now you know you have 20 girls, for example. When you know you have 20 girls, in this case, you can also say 50 minus 20, of which it will give you 30, and you can see that it gives you the same answer that you have calculated using the ratio of boys that you said when you said 50 times 3 divided by 5, and then it gave you 30. So even if you see that, even if you can use the subtraction sign, you can also get the answer, the correct answer. So now let me just give you an example to work through on your own, and we will look at the correct answer on our next lesson. So now let's say that you are in grade 5, and in your class there are 60 children in total. 60 learners are in grade 5. 60 learners. And now the ratio of girls to boys is 6 is to 2. 6 is to 2. The first step is to change the following ratio into its simplest form. Write it in its simplest form, And the second step is for you to calculate how many girls there are in class and how many boys there are in class. Apply the method that we have applied on our previous example as well as our previous video. So I hope you will work through these and make sure that you write down your answers. We will share the correct answer on our next lesson. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I will see you on our next lesson. Thank you. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.